Hi, welcome to Meet the Artist. This program is brought to you by Hedberg Public Library and JATV Media Services. I'm your host, Teresa Nguyen. Meet the Artist features various local artists whose work will be on display in monthly exhibits at Hedberg Public Library. And in the studio today, we have the very talented Alice Blue, our featured artist for the month of July.
Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. Well, so let's just get started with when you were young or an aspiring artist or just trying out your skills, who encouraged you? Who noticed your work and said, wow,
You know, I'm not really sure. I've always drawn. I've always done artistic things. So I guess it's just something that has been with me forever. My father was very artistic, and that could have been, where it started.
Sure. In the genes, and then you were
Yes.
just basically around it. And
it's always been with me.
Yeah. Do you remember an early painting you did, something that you kept or that kind of sparked in your mind, well, maybe I could do this?
Well, actually, I was older. My husband and I were on a cruise, and we were watching. They always have those art auctions.
Sure.
And we're there, and I'm looking at it, and I looked at him, and I said, you know what? I could do that. And he looked at me and said, well, why don't you? So we came home, and I started going to art workshops and started painting.
Nice. And so he was an encourager as well.
Oh, he's very encouraging.
Very supportive.
Yes.
That's so great. And have you taken some classes?
I didn't take classes in school. I was doing college prep, so I never had time for art. But as an adult, I started going to workshops. So I've gone to quite a few workshops, and then I paint with a group on Thursday nights that I've been doing for, must be about 10 years now, and we help each other.
That's fantastic.
It's a good group.
And that's locally?
That's at the Beloit Arts Center. We meet Thursday nights from about 5:30 till we get tired, and we just mentor each other.
Fantastic. I love that idea. And what's your favorite medium? What do you usually work with?
I usually work with acrylics, but I also do oil. The paintings I have here today are all acrylic, but acrylic dries fast. It's an easy way to get your ideas down, but oil has a fluidity that it has just a little extra time to paint, little extra sparkle to it.
Sure.
So I like both.
Nice. And is there someone that you've looked up to in the art world, someone famous or local that?
Well, one of my early mentors was Dan Wuthrick. He's an artist, he's passed now, but he was an artist that came out of Rockford, and I painted with him for a number of years. So he was very helpful, taught me a lot of things. If I go back further in my life, I love to travel, so I've been all over Europe, and every time I go someplace, I'm going through all the art museums. So I can't say there's one artist I love, I just love art in general.
You've had a lot of inspiration, it sounds like.
Oh, I have.
In your travels. And do you explore other types of art? Or just, you mainly enjoy painting?
I mainly paint. I really enjoy blown glass. I don't do it, but I love to look at it. And sculpture. But my main thing is painting. I just really enjoy painting.
Well, you're awfully good at it. Let's talk about some of the pieces that you brought in today. This gorgeous water scene and the shoreline. Tell me about that, where that might be.
That is the southeast coast of Ireland. I was there several years ago, and of course I always take a camera with me, and I take pictures with the idea that maybe someday it'll be a painting, and that happened to become a painting.
It's so beautiful. I love how you incorporated, some of the blues in the clouds and the reflections, but yet you have the warmer colors in the
rocks, yes.
In the rocks and in the trees. It's very eye-catching.
I don't paint exactly from a photo. That if you looked at the exact photo, you would see cottages and stuff in it.
Sure.
But I like the more wild look without civilization encroaching.
Artistic license
Right.
to play with it. And tell us about this gorgeous painting here. I love this of the pelicans.
Yes, the pelicans. They now visit the Rock River, and I went out one day with my camera and started taking pictures of them as they were along the shoreline. This is not an exact, again, not an exact rendering of a photograph. This is several different photographs put together to show them at rest.
Well, that's very creative to be able to do that, I think, to see something in different photos and then to merge them into one painting. I love the sort of, they're graceful and the way they each have their own sort of personality and looking different ways, and the woods,
Yes.
the depth that is created in your woods.
I like the
there.
color of the water too, because it's not, the river is not blue. It is kind of a green
Very
brown.
true. It is not a blue river, but you captured it very well in the reflections of all the nature around it. It's just gorgeous. And will you have this on display?
This is going to be in the Hedberg Library in July, and so is the Ireland picture.
Okay, wonderful. And this third piece that you brought in today, just so fascinating. You have sheep, or
Yes, those are sheep. That's actually Tasmania.
wow.
We were there this past winter, and this is again a composite of photographs of the surroundings, and then I decided to put sheep in it because there are a lot of sheep in Tasmania.
Well, you did great with that. It is different looking, you know, the locale and the scenery and the nature. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. Plus, you have so much color in the trees, the way you.
Oh, yeah,
and the
we were
leaves.
there in, it would have been their early fall. It was our winter, but they were just starting to go into early fall for them.
You have the one deciduous tree, and you know, with all the evergreens in the background, and a little bit of a sort of dying tree in the background as well. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
So,
The tree is one of their native trees.
okay.
Their trees are a little bit different than ours, and that was one of their native ones.
Just beautiful. Very beautiful. So talented. And if you were to give advice to an aspiring artist, one who's trying, you know, would love to someday paint like you, what would you say?
I would just say to just keep painting. For every really nice painting I have, I might have 2 or 3 that, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to paint over it. So just keep painting and painting. The more you do it, the better you'll get.
Practice.
Practice, right. Practice makes perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but better.
Right, right. We can all improve on
Correct.
our skills.
Right.
And have you exhibited in the past?
I've exhibited in many locations. I've been up in Oconomowoc, I've been up in Madison, I've been down in Dixon, Illinois, Beloit, in
Wow.
Janesville, quite a few different places.
It's a lot of exhibiting. And we're excited for your upcoming exhibit. Was it difficult to choose pieces for that, or?
Yes, it is in a way, because you always want to put your best forward.
Right.
But I do have other exhibits going, so it's like, ooh, which, you know, what's going to go where?
Yeah,
So,
deciding.
yeah,
these
and
decisions.
the pelican painting I just finished this week, so I was hoping I would get it done
Wow.
for the Janesville show.
Wow, well, it's a masterpiece, I would say that. Are you excited for this display?
Oh yes, you know, I'm trying to do more and more to promote my work, and Janesville has a good audience.
We do. We have a lot of art in our community, a lot of support for the arts, and I enjoy that as well. It's really important.
It's a very active art community.
Well, thank you, Alice, for coming in today and giving us a chance to get to know the person behind this
thank you,
amazing
Tess.
talent and getting a sneak preview of your work as well.
Well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And we invite the public to come visit the library this month to check out Alice's display. And if you'd like to learn more about Alice Blue's beautiful artwork, you can find her information displayed on your screen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please check out this program on JATV Media Services, Charter Cable Channel 994. You can also find it on JATV's YouTube channel. Remember, don't wait for another day. Go out and make some wild, whimsical, wonderful art. I'm your host, Teresa Nguyen. I'll see you next time on Meet the Artist.